So you're going on a trip soon, and you're looking for some cool EDC items to bring with you that'll make your life just a bit easier. Well, I got you. Welcome to my Everyday Carry Travel Edition, where I brought these things with me across the world from Japan, South Korea, and the Philippines. There are quite a few similarities when it comes to my EDC at home and when I travel. However, there are also quite a few things that are missing. I don't carry my keys, I use a different wallet, and even the stuff I wear are different sometimes. Today's video is sponsored by Western Rise, the go-to brand for travel clothing that blends style and function seamlessly. As an avid traveler who loves to explore new destinations, I'm always on the lookout for comfortable and versatile clothing that can withstand the rigors of my adventures. And Western Rise never disappoints. If you're like me, then you know how important it is to have reliable travel clothing that looks great and performs well. And the good news is, they're celebrating their anniversary with a huge sale on select styles, with discounts of up to 40% off. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity to upgrade your travel wardrobe. So whether you're planning a weekend getaway or a long-term trip, be sure to check out Western Rise and take advantage of their anniversary sale. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your travel wardrobe with their exceptional collection of travel clothing. Trust me, you won't regret it. Thanks for watching, and happy travels. I've been using these Evolution pants from Western Rise for a while now, almost 2 years to be exact, and I ain't traveling anywhere without this pair of pants. It's just not an option anymore. I took this pair with me all over Asia, and it's easily my favorite pair of pants out of the ones that I own. It packs up really small and tight, smaller than a t-shirt actually, keeps me warm in moderately cold weather in Japan, stays cool in humid weather in the Philippines, and is stain and water resistant. I can actually go a few days without washing these things, and honestly, I think it can go even longer if you're really in an area where you can't wash your clothes regularly. I can wear these things all day comfortably, matches basically any outfit that I own, and comes in a bunch of different colors to match your vibe and style. Believe it or not, I actually took a backpack with me the majority of the time I was traveling, and sometimes it would weigh upwards of 30 pounds, maybe even heavier sometimes. I know, what was I even thinking? I took that thing with me, walking every single day more than 10 miles sometimes. Anyways, the backpack that houses my things is the Brevity Photo Jumper, and it's hands down my favorite backpack for travel if you carry around a camera around with you, as well as a full-size tripod, and I even have a smaller mini one for vlogging. This thing carries all my EDC items in the top compartment, my camera gear on the bottom, and even has a secret pocket for my passport, which we'll talk more about later, in the back. It held a 16-inch Intel MacBook Pro with a 12.9-inch iPad Pro in the laptop compartment at the same time, and just imagine how quickly the weight added up with those devices in there, with a power bank, a full-frame mirrorless camera with a couple of extra lenses, and other stuff. Crazy. It's such an unassuming bag, although the tripods kind of give it away when I have them attached. That's what I love about this bag. It's such a good all-around option, best that I've found so far honestly, and can hold a bunch of stuff in this form factor. I don't think I'll ever find a replacement for this bag even if I tried. My passport holder in particular isn't being sold anymore, but it has held up like a champ. I love how well the patina has developed on it. This is the Berkeley case leather passport holder, but I'll link something similar in the description. It holds your passport, a few cards, and has a couple more pockets for extra organization and even a spot to hold an extra SIM card or micro SD card. I personally think that a passport holder is essential. You would want to protect something so valuable that allows you to travel around the world. I like to keep a few backup credit cards inside just in case, as well as a little pen in the middle as an emergency pen. My main wallet is actually this thing right here. I'm not sure if these types of wallets are common, but this is the Ed Charlie Classic. It holds cards, cash, and coins in a very slim package while keeping everything organized. The cash slot may not be the most convenient, but it works well when you get used to it. I put everything from dollar bills to Philippine pesos to Japanese yen in this wallet, so it fits all types of cash. The coin pouch is very convenient and makes coins very easy to put away and access. I paid with cash for a good amount of transactions while I was in South Korea and in the Philippines, and this wallet made the process so much easier compared to the wallet I use at home, which only carries cards and a couple of bills. I keep raving about these things and I just love them so much. I use the AirPods Pro every single day, and that's no exception when traveling. Usually anything audio, I'm going to be using these. For those longer 10 or more hour flights, a full charge won't last that long, but I'm usually sleeping on those types of flights the majority of the time anyways. The noise cancelling is more than good enough in my opinion, and the footprint that these things have compared to a pair of headphones is just not even comparable. You can fit these things in your pockets, and it pairs so easily to every single one of my Apple devices. My main phone of choice is the iPhone 14 Pro Max. It has eSIM, and I know that you can get eSIMs now too, but while I was traveling, I used this phone the majority of the time along with a pocket Wi-Fi hotspot, and it worked out just fine. This thing was my main shooter for photos and videos if I wasn't using my fancy Canon EOS R5. The photo and video quality is amazing, battery lasts all day, and it was such a pleasure to use during all my trips. Something that has been very helpful is bringing your own packable bag. You never know what type of things you might come across, and I'm a huge impulse buyer, so I always need one with me. This is a cat bag that I got from my trip to South Korea, and it's come along with me on every trip ever since. When I was in Japan, I didn't speak an ounce of Japanese. I still don't, and all of my vocabulary was from anime. At first, I didn't know when they asked me if I wanted a bag or not. So instead of being embarrassed when they ask you awkwardly gesturing to a plastic bag, I already have my reusable bag in hand so they know that I won't need one. My portable charger of choice is the Zender Super Mini Go. It's a 10,000 mAh power bank with MagSafe wireless charging, one USB-A and one USB-C, all in this tiny package that looks like a tiny vintage camera. Since I didn't really have a need to charge any of my devices, even on a full day out, this was more than enough in emergency situations if I needed extra juice to charge my phone, pocket Wi-Fi, or Kindle. And yes, I did bring a Kindle with me everywhere as well. Speaking of Kindle, there are so much opportunities to read when you're traveling, from sitting at a subway, waiting for your flight, or just wanting to rest at a nearby coffee shop. It's a lot better and more productive compared to if you were to just mindlessly scroll on TikTok. It's also portable enough to where I would bring it with me anywhere, and you can store hundreds of books inside. Definitely beats carrying around a book due to its size, and it's just as visible in any lighting situation, even in the dark thanks to it having a backlight and in direct sunlight. When you're outside and not reading your Kindle, protecting your eyes is a must. You need them to see, so why not invest in a good pair of sunglasses? These are the Maui Jim Wana sunglasses. They're a larger pair of sunglasses, but it fits my head well I think, and it's polarized. It comes in this cool little carrying case that folds up when you're using the sunglasses, and a microfiber to keep your lenses clean while on the go. The front of the frame is made out of metal, and the lenses are glass, which makes this pair a bit heavier compared to plastic sunglasses, but you get used to it, and it's not so bad in my opinion. I love it when things feel better quality and more durable. Yes, you still need face masks when you travel to Japan, and the one I carry most of the time is the OzAir Airweave Merino mask, and it's my favorite one to use. It's made out of merino wool, which has antimicrobial properties, is washable, and has an optional filter that you can use for extra protection and filtration. This mask is the best looking, best fitting, and most breathable mask that I own. It's also very easy to wash and doesn't smell after long periods of wearing. I absolutely love this mask and I couldn't recommend it enough. Those are some of my main essentials that I carry every single day when I go out traveling. As always, links to everything that I mentioned will be in the description. Let me know if you want me to make another video on more travel essentials, not necessarily things that I carry every single day. Check out this video on my favorite EDC bag if you want to watch more. If you found this video helpful, you know what to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.